So, like Spanish flu, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
hundreds and thousands of people. So now, maybe that was the way of controlling population, right? There's half of California is on fire right now. We all smoked at least a pack of Newports last week.
Y'all don't understand me still. I never enjoy my success, but my family will.
Hey,
Y'all don't understand me still. I never enjoy my success, but my family will.
hey. Kinda never
That's what's
sleep,
up with E.
kinda hard to
It's
eat,
California's
kinda
dreaming
hard to see
state.
measure.
Like that, and then even to add to it, excuse me, dang, I also lost my train of
That's
thought.
because his food is good.
Yeah, the food is good. It's the ice is making me sleepy, so I'm over here. I'll forget my train of thought. But I was gonna
Don't
say
even trip. I got
that.
a lot of them.
But I was gonna say that
That word.
it's a lot. It's a lot. It'll be around here for a while. It'll be one of those seasonal, like the flu. It'll be seasonal, and that's what they're trying to control it to. It'll be here, you know. But I don't think it'll blow up like how it is now. It's just because we're new to it. But now since we're exposed to it, our bodies are gonna naturally kind of find ways to naturally fight it. And then there's other ways that you could say if you do have it. There's ways you could, supplement it, or just like work with it.
Okay, so we just talking, right? So look, us as human race, science has made leaps and bounds, over time.
Right.
Technology is awesome.
Right. Right.
So many vaccinations, and what I'm saying, we taking care of everything, right? So dinosaurs destroyed, ice age, fire, all of these things, right? So I would say that in today's times, there would have been mass destruction and a great deal of loss of human persons if we weren't as technically advanced. So, like Spanish flu, right? So hundreds and thousands of people. So now, maybe that was the way of controlling population, right? There's half of California is on fire right now. We all smoked at least a pack of Newports last week. Dude, walking the streets, man. Like, it was horrible. And this happens every year. Every year.
The last 3 years.
Yeah, has it been like this any other point in time in California's history?
I would say, I'm from Southern California, so we used to get a lot of earthquakes, right? A lot of earthquakes. And then when I moved up here, it just seemed like there would be fires every year. Because we always get the ashes. They come from over the hill and they always on the cars. Maybe not this severe, not to this extent. But like God trying to tell us something, like, we messing up, man. Like, we need to get some stuff together. Like, if we weren't this far in advance as people, then hundreds of millions of us would have been gone due to the corona or due to the numerous natural disasters that's been happening across the world. Like, even there's a hurricane now.
I think, you know the name of this hurricane? I was just watching a little bit about it in the news.
Yeah, I don't. But
And this is hurricane season, so they got hurricane season, and it looks like California on the West Coast got fire season.
fire season. So if we weren't where we were, like, how many of us would have passed away? Like how bad would things have gotten?
I mean, exponentially worse.
Like, that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like a natural disaster is potentially population control.
Essentially.
But since we're so far advanced, we just bypass all of that.
Let me ask you this: you think because it is a way of population control, and people are naturally gonna die from diseases, you think they're acting lax on their response to it to have a lot of people die so they can mess with the population?
I think the elder for the elders, yeah, kind of, and then we won't have to pay as much Social Security, or we won't have to, uphold to this or that. Like, I do think a lot of cases, man, there's some like extra things that could be done that don't get done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I just been thinking about that. Like, I don't know, you know, maybe that's not true, but
Yeah.
Oh.
you know,
And let me ask you this too. You think if everyone properly socially distanced for the 14-day period, that this thing would just eliminate and just go away?
no.
I mean, it'll still be out there, for sure. But you think everything would
I
drop?
think it would be less cases. I think it would have been less cases if there was no George Floyd incident. Because after George Floyd, we all went and you know, protest. Hundreds of thousands, millions of people across the world protesting simultaneously.
Protesting the police killings, the
Yeah.
police violence, and even people protesting the masks and just they're showing their ignorance, protesting about
So
their rights being violated.
I'm watching, I'm on Instagram, and a guy, he has a barbershop, and he put these like plastic, like these clear plastic hanging things like in between the
Little
chairs,
barriers.
right?
Mhm.
And he's like, I'm doing my best. Yeah, you're doing your best, but this is airborne, it's air particles, bro. That little 3 by 5 foot plastic isn't helping from the door to each person.
Now this
that's not
barbershop was
helping.
packed. It was packed.
No, it's not packed. It's completely empty. But he's making preparations to be open.
Yeah, I know some
But
barbershops.
it's like that's not gonna help.
Yeah, true.
Even you wearing a mask next to me is not gonna help, because if it's an airborne virus, it's on you. Like, you got it. It's on you. It's on your clothes. It's on your hands.
Yeah.
Like it's on you.
But you want to make sure that you mitigate it as much as possible.
Yeah.
By wearing a mask.
Mhm.
And I definitely think that had folks initially taken it way more serious, we could have alleviated even that much more of the spread initially. But we know that this, our current administration, politicized wearing a mask and following CDC guidelines and WHO and safety precautions. So you take with a grain of salt, man. For example, we could have been in a much better situation than we are even now.
Mm-hmm. 'Cause I know some barbershops too, even just bringing it back to that. Some will literally, they're only taking appointments and they only have one person in there at a time. And they'll have you wait in your car or wait outside,
Mhm.
and that's the only way. And then
Yeah.
alternate it, you know?
That's better. What about the whole time the whole country gets sent home, you can't work, you having financial hardship,
Yep.
but every government, active government person is getting paid, is hanging out with no mask on, still living their best life. Like how does that show the citizens that the government is here for us? Like, you're not here for us, bro. You
Yeah.
still getting $100,000 checks, and we're over here suffering or having to start new home businesses. Like it's a. Thought San Francisco was independent market before.
And they
This
also
is
have
crazy right now.
They also have access to the quicker turnaround tests because they're getting tests every other day, you know, every second basically. So how come that's not out to the public yet?
Well, I think bottom line, you know, the government, they already know you. They show you how they feel about you and about their constituents, i.e. being us. So you know that you can rely on, per se, the government for to take care of you, in particular during your time of need. So just to touch on what you said about all of the financial hardship and job loss has really been impactful to just folks in the community and around the world, which is something to be said. And on top of that, a lot of these jobs and businesses are closing permanently.
Dude, San
Very
Francisco at the highest rent, like vacancy, 4,700 vacancies like 2 weeks ago in San Francisco.
Those
Really?
prices dropping there?
I mean, they have to be dropping somewhat, but
Right.
Bro, what are you gonna do, dude? That's like, that could be up to 20,000 people. 4,700 units.
Yeah.
It could be 2, 3, 4 people in, you know, a few of those places. Like, what does that do to local business?
True. And even with that, I'd say it's also a lot of the tech companies, a lot of the people that move to the Bay
Yeah.
Area and gentrify, they bouncing. They
Mhm.
leaving. They're like, there's nothing out here. There's no money out here. It's time to go. And most of those jobs you can even do from home anyway. So with this whole thing, this will definitely change the job market. With most jobs, you could just do it at home. You don't even got to go out. But I
That's
feel
why
that
they're leaving.
yeah, and then with the rest of the Bay Area, with San Francisco dropping some of their prices, they're gonna drop them even more, and then everyone's definitely gonna move back. All the originators, all the original pedestrians.
Well,
you know?
you think about the city, man, and you think about why you even would pay as a
That
native,
much money?
as a San Francisco native, man, born and raised. Folks come to the city, man. You paying for the amenities. You paying these this high rent. You paying 60% of your income goes directly to your rent, the highest in the nation. So you paying just for the amenities. So now if these amenities aren't available, I'm going back to my mom's house because I can work from home. If I'm working for per se a tech company that allows me to work remote permanently, I'm at the house with it, and I don't need an apartment, or I don't need a condo or a loft or a luxury apartment, what have you. Especially when I can't enjoy these amenities.
Mm-hmm.
Partying downtown.
I'm at
All the
Dog Patch.
restaurants.
I'm in the Mission Bay area, Soma. You know.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know, okay. Let me know something.
San Francisco looks like a ghost town too. Like most cities, when you drive around at night, they're like ghost towns because everyone's inside.
Traffic is awesome right now.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Well, on Highway 4, when I'm looking at it, when I'm going the opposite direction, like just driving into Pittsburgh, Antioch that way, it's a lot of traffic. That same traffic, that commuter traffic is back for some reason. But then driving out on a little bit past Martinez going to Richmond, they're trying to add more to the freeway now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're widening. And I've seen them widen a lot of the lanes now too in just different areas. And they've created more lanes so now it's easier to get through.
Can I ask you something? Let me ask y'all both something real quick. How do you both feel about the new ordinance with negotiation regarding Lyft and Uber wanting to unionize and become employees? You think who does that benefit?
Wait. So
Lyft and Uber is going through litigation and folks are wanting to unionize. The workers, independent contractors are.
I don't think they should be a union. That's the whole point of going to work for Lyft or for Uber or for Grubhub or for one of those delivery companies is that they have the freedom to hire as many people as they can, but because they know that once you make enough money or you make the supplemental income that you were looking to make, you're gonna go and do something else. Lyft and Uber, especially right now, how many people were using Lyft and Uber during COVID?
Slim and none.
Yeah, Slim and None is probably job. I mean, I did use it one time, but the way it was is just like, okay, we put on our masks before we went in. And inside the Uber, he basically had like a drape just to separate us, and then also had all the sanitizer
in a low
and
budget
everything.
limousine.
Oh well, hey, if you go to New York, if you check out all their Ubers, they got all the big Escalades and the way all their trucks and cars. I mean,
Plastic in
yeah,
there.
the way they look legit like limousines or cabs, even though they're just regular cars that are just souped up. And you know, they got it going.
He's really falling off the bone.
Yeah, that's
Let me
'cause,
dive into this.
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh yeah, see that?
Man,
Mhm.
nice
You see
light.
that?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
that's a
man.
good rib right there.
Yeah, I've been practicing. Long time, man. Long time.
Bro, you went crazy.
Yep, every Tuesday and Thursday, man, the Skips barbecue, and then every Saturday we got them Biggie fries, man, with the, you know what I'm saying, with the sandwiches.